Hello everyone, my name is Justin Moreno. I am a teacher in Broward County and I currently teach 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th grade ASD cluster. The evidence-based practice that I chose is video modeling, and the reason I chose video modeling is because I believe that students with ASD learn better by seeing the action rather than saying them. Video modeling is defined as a mode of teaching that uses video recording and display equipment to provide a visual model of the targeted behavior or skill. Now, there are different types of video modeling. One of them is basic video modeling, which is where the teacher or an adult that the student is familiar with performs the behavior or skill. Now, you would use the basic video modeling if the student does not know how to perform the task. The second type of video modeling is video self-modeling. This occurs when the learner already knows it, such as the skill or behavior, but you as the teacher want to see them engage in that skill or behavior more frequently. As for point of view video modeling, it is basically the first person point of view of whether it is the student or the teacher performing the task or behavior. And lastly is the video prompting. And now video prompting is used when a skill or task has lots of steps or learners progress slowly. So video prompting would go alongside with a task analysis by breaking down each step. Now with video modeling, the age range that can be used with it is from early childhood to middle school. Now you could use it in high school, however there is no research to back it up to see whether it works with high school students. Now, as for skills or intervention goals addressed in video modeling is in the domains of communication, social, academic, and play. Now, step 1 in video modeling is targeting a behavior for teaching. The teacher will focus on identifying a behavior for the learner with ASD to acquire and then clearly describe it so that accurate data can be collected. Now, the behavior, let's say for example, is Tim is not raising his hand during whole group to answer questions. So the behavior that the teacher wants to see now is Tim will be able to raise his hands during whole group to answer questions with one verbal prompting. Step 2 is having the correct equipment. Now you can use a camcorder, a portable camcorder, or even your cell phone. After you select the equipment you prefer to use, you can decide how you will play back the video. You can burn the video onto a DVD, transfer it to your computer, or simply play it back on your cell phone. I would use the computer so that way the student has access to the video whenever it is time for that child to watch it. Now, the most important step here is to make sure that you know how to use the equipment. If you don't know how to use the equipment, don't use it. Use something that you feel comfortable with and that you know you'll be able to produce the video correctly. Now, step 3 is planning for the video. The teacher should write a script or task analysis explaining what you want to be said or done, so that way it comes out clearly, accurately, and understandable for the student. Now, step 4 in video modeling is collecting baseline data. Now, before instruction takes place, it's important for you to identify what the student knows. So, for example, if Ronnie knows steps 1 to 3 from entering the class after recess, the video would begin on step 4. However, if you feel as though Ronnie would benefit from watching all the steps, then do so. It is up to you on how you want the video to be made. Step 5 is where all the fun begins, because you will be making the video on the specific skill you want to do. However, you need to make sure you select the type of video modeling. Are you going to use basic video modeling, or self-video modeling, or point of view video modeling, or the video prompting. So, after you selected your type of video modeling, now is the time to prepare your actor. If you are using a student in the video, make sure you go over the actions by role-playing. And don't forget to prime and prompt them about the upcoming scene. And also, make sure you are satisfied with the video and that the video accurately reflects the steps of the task analysis, and please don't forget to edit your video. Alright, now in step 6 is arranging the environment for watching the video. So now it's time for the arrangements to be made. You have to know in which environment you will show the video. So you can ask yourself these questions. How often will the student watch the video and where? Honestly, I would suggest having the student watch it in the class when they are alert and ready to learn. So you know your students, so choosing the right time would be easy. If you know Tom is too hyped up after recess, do it either before or 15 to 30 minutes after recess to have them watch the video. And also, make sure you have the materials needed to perform the task. So if the video is on using cubes to add or subtract, have them ready for the student to use during the video or after the video. Alright, step 7 is showing the video. So now it is premiere night of your new video. So prompt your students about the video they are going to watch and make sure you make them feel excited. You made this video just for them, and that would make them very happy. Now, if you are using video prompting, you need to make sure you are stopping the video after each step so they can perform the skill correctly. So, for example, if you are doing a video prompting on tying shoes, you need to make sure after step 1 you pause the video, you watch the student perform the task, and then you continue watching the video for step 2, pause for step 2, and so on and so on. Now, in step 8 is monitoring the progress. Now, monitor the progress to see if the video is being effective. If after about 3 to 5 occasions you don't see the learner making progress, you should probably head back to the drawing board. Alright, and step 9 is the troubleshooting if the learner is not making progress. So, analyze the data that you collected to identify the changes that need to be made in the video. And also ask yourself these questions. What was the student doing before they watched the video? Were they in play area and having a good time? Did they just come back from recess? Were they upset about something before they started watching the video? These are important questions that you need to ask yourself. Also, another question you can ask yourself is the learner watching the video enough? Are they only watching it once a day, twice a day, 3 times a day? It depends on how many times they're watching it or how many times you think they could benefit from watching it. And also, if the student's sitting there watching the video, are they really watching it? Because you can sit there and watch something and not pay attention to anything that is going on. So I think that's another important question that you need to ask yourself is, are they actually watching the video? So once you have gone over the data, you ask yourself those questions, and then once you've made all the changes to the video, continue with step 7 and continue to monitor the student. Alright, and step 10 is fading the video and prompting. So once you start fading the prompts and video prompting, basically letting the video run through without pausing, having the student perform each task as the video is moving, you can also start trimming the video to make it shorter whenever you see fit. However, if the student can't continue watching the video, if they find it enjoyable, or it helps support their behavior, or it helps support the new skill that they're learning, then you know what, let them continue watching the video. Now, on the next 2 slides are examples of video modeling. One talks about what to do after you use the restroom, and the last video is what you do when you enter the classroom in the morning. Now this is example 1, what to do when you are done using the restroom.
After
after I use the restroom, I need to roll up my sleeves. I need to turn the water on. Use the soap. Put my hands underneath the water to wash my hands so they're nice and clean. After I wash my hands, I turn the water off. I grab a few paper towels and I dry my hands. I put the paper towels in the garbage and then I go back to my seat. Now this is example 2. What to do when you enter the class in the morning. When I walk into the class in the morning, I take out my homework folder, I put it in the homework bin, I put my book bag in my cubby hole, then I go and I check my schedule. My schedule says home group. I will go to home group. After I checked in, I will find my seat and wait for the teacher to begin. Now, I hope you all enjoyed my video. I definitely had fun filming the examples and will probably do more for the class in the future. Remember, video modeling can be used for the domains of communication, social, play, and academics. When you're making your videos, make sure you have fun making them and make it interesting. You want to make sure your students are interested in it. If they are bored by it, they're not going to really pay attention to it. So if you grab their attention right at the beginning, you got them. And also remember that there are several types of video modeling. The basic video modeling, which is where the teacher or an adult the student is familiar with performs the action in the video. The self-video modeling is where the student performs the proper behavior or skill. And then the point of view modeling, which is the first person point of view. And then the video prompting, which is like task analysis, breaking down each step. So I hope you enjoyed it, and I recommend using video modeling in your class. Your students would enjoy it.